The 7.3 Power Stroke from Ford is by far one of the most talked about bulletproof engines. Today, we're going to walk you through the quick and easy installation of the Revolver Kit with the Insight CTS2 from Edge. Let's go ahead and walk you through this. Now, the tools we're going to need for this install is the provided alcohol swabs, all the cords that are provided, the revolver, the Insight CTS2, a screwdriver, and a 13mm socket. So let's go ahead and check this out. All right, so the first step on this install, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and turn off the ignition, and then we're going to disconnect both batteries. The reason why we want to do this is because when you're plugging in the revolver into the PCM, you don't want any chance of it shorting out. So we're going to go ahead and cut power to the PCM, then we're going to go ahead and work on the install of the revolver chip into the PCM unit. Let's go ahead and take off these batteries. All right, so now that we've got the batteries disconnected and we've got the ignition off, we're going to go ahead and take off the kick panel here of the door panel right here. This is a 97 7.3, and so the PCM is actually located right behind this panel. All we're going to do is unscrew a few of these, pull this off, and that's going to give us access to the PCM. So now that we've got the kick panel off, we're going to go ahead and start unbolting the 3 bolts here that mount the emergency brake to the side here. And for that, you're going to use a 13mm wrench and socket here. We're just going to go ahead and unbolt that real quick. After removing the 13mm nuts from the emergency brake bracket, go ahead and carefully remove the bracket to expose the PCM. Once you remove the plastic cover from the PCM, take the provided Scotch-Brite pad and clean off the coating on the PCM. Then take the provided alcohol swab and clean the connectors to ensure a solid connection for the revolver chip. Once the PCM has been cleaned off, we're going to take our revolver chip and the provided EAS cable and connect the cable to the revolver chip. Then, we're going to carefully install the revolver chip to the PCM. Move the EAS wire out of the way and place a protective sticker over the PCM port. After you've covered the PCM, we're going to take our EAS cable coming off the revolver chip and run it to the passenger side of the truck where the OBD2 port is located. Then, we're going to take our emergency brake bracket, remount it, reinstall the kick panel, and reconnect the batteries. For the next part of the install, we're going to take the provided OBD2 HDMI cable and plug it into the OBD2 port. Then, we're going to locate the EAS accessory port and plug in the provided EAS cable and connect the revolver kit into the EAS cable. With the EAS cables, you can set up things such as EGT probes, turbo timers, backup cameras, run power switches for LEDs and other accessories, but for now, we're going to go ahead and plug in the revolver kit and run our HDMI cable to the driver's side of the dash. Alright, so now that we've got the HDMI OBD2 port ran up on the dash, we're going to go ahead and set in our Insight CTS2 here and plug it in to the back. Before installing the CTS2 on your truck, you'll need to download the appropriate software from edge.com and install any updates available. During this process, you'll need to enter your VIN number so the device will be able to install smoothly. The first screen you're going to see advises you to read the user manual before installing. Since we've already done that, we're going to click Yes. Now we're in the OEM selection menu. Let's go ahead and touch forward, and the device is now going to ask if your ignition is in the on and run position. Select Yes. The device will ask you to verify the VIN for your vehicle, and it will ask to verify if it's a manual or automatic transmission. And at this point, the device is setting everything up for shift on the fly. One thing that's awesome for the Insight CTS2 is you can touch the screen and swipe between gauges, backup cameras, and switches. To select power options on the Revolver Kit, you'll need to touch the top arrow of the screen. This will pull up the option to switch between the 6 power levels on the fly. Level 1 is your stock setting, so let's go ahead and put this into Level 2, which is High Idle. To switch between power levels, simply touch the top of the screen and toggle to your desired power level. From power levels 3, 4,
5, and 6, you can see performance increases from 30 horsepower to 140 horsepower and 100 foot-pounds of torque to 250 foot-pounds of torque over stock. And just like that, you're ready to hit the road. The Revolver Kit from Edge is the perfect way to gain instant power on your 7.3 Ford turbo diesel. To find out more about this product or what products might be right for you, visit us online. Go to edgeproducts.com.